the CBS Broadcast Center in Los Angeles, this is CBS2 News at 11 p.m.
Only on to a bakery break-in, and this guy went straight for the dough, but it's not your usual cash machine. This one is for Bitcoin. Now, this is the third break-in for that local bakery, and CBS 2's Jeff Nguyen is live in Brentwood with the story you'll only see here. Jeff.
Pat, those break-ins happened here in Brentwood Village. In fact, there have been 3 of them in the past month and a half. And in all of the cases, the crooks went right through this glass door. So the owner has since put up the sign that says no cash at night. And in the most recent case, the thief went after a cryptocurrency machine. Security cameras captured this man using a sledgehammer to bash through the glass door of a bakery in Brentwood Village. The crook made a beeline to a Bitcoin machine on the wall above an ATM.
Gets up to the machine and just a couple of whacks over to it, and then the machine falls over.
The burglar then tried to crack the machine open with the hammer, but he couldn't. So he ran out the door of Bellwood Bakery, which is owned by Derek Tran's family.
It scares our neighbors, it scares our workers, it scares us.
Tran says Sunday's break-in was the third in recent weeks. On December 21st, 2 young men with hoodies went through the glass door as well. This is a zoomed-in shot of one of them. And on November 18th, another group of crooks left this damage. The staff here now uses the buddy system at the opening and close of each workday.
Just checking if the door has been broken into or if anything looks out of place.
Okay, got it.
Derek Tran has no idea if the Bitcoin machine owned by an outside company had cash in it, but he says true equity lies elsewhere.
A lot of labor, man, hard labor, hard blood, sweat, and tears, you know what I'm saying? It's a hard hustle, man, and we do it every day. And when somebody comes like that to ruin that and make it even harder for us, it sucks.
It's unclear if the 3 break-ins are related. If you do happen to know anything about them, the owners here are asking that you give LAPD a call. We are live in Brentwood. Jeff Nguyen, CBS 2 News.
Jeff, thank you. An LAPD commander is being investigated after an unmarked LAPD car was found crashed and abandoned in Carson. Sources tell the LA Times the commander being investigated is Jeff Nolte. The Carson Sheriff's Department tells us the LAPD's unmarked car was found abandoned early this morning, and the LAPD has taken over the investigation. Now, the department says they don't believe anyone else was involved, and they say the LAPD employee has been assigned at home while the investigation takes place. And tonight, deputies are trying to find the gunman who opened fire outside a funeral at a Compton church. 1 man was killed and 2 others are in the hospital. Investigators say the trouble started with an argument inside the Holy Trinity Baptist Church. Witnesses say a man said something disrespectful to a woman inside. Then the fight spilled into the parking lot. And that's when the gunman started shooting, hitting 1 man who died instantly. Another victim collapsed at a nearby corner, and a third ran into the street where he caused 2 cars to collide. Deputies are hoping some of the witnesses will help them find that shooter.
We hope somebody knows who the shooter is. We think somebody knows who the shooter is. We think it's probably somebody who was there at the funeral, but it's a matter of talking to the people involved and getting them to come forward.
Now, deputies say they're also trying to find out if any nearby security cameras caught that shooting on tape. The government will be open for business for the next 3 weeks. A short-term deal has been reached to end the shutdown, much to the relief of furloughed federal workers. President Trump relented today with little to show for the standoff with House Democrats. Securing a border wall has been a presidential priority. The president had a warning for lawmakers.
If we don't get a fair deal from Congress, the government will either shut down on February 15th again, or I will use the powers afforded to me.
In fairness, Mr. President, this never should have happened.
The president's announcement came just hours after a sick-out by unpaid air traffic controllers, which led to scattered ground stops. An Inland Empire family says the government shutdown kept them from giving their father, a federal firefighter, a proper farewell. And CBS 2's Hermela Aragawi is live in Hemet with this family story. Hermela.
Good evening. Frank Esposito was built for service. He was in the Navy and then a firefighter for almost 3 decades with the U.S. Forest Service. He was last a superintendent with the Big Bear Hot Shots, and yet the government shutdown tainted his funeral service.
It's kind of a little hard pill to swallow, seeing how, he sacrificed so much time from his family to be there for the Forest Service, and it was just not something that they could come through and provide for him.
A father of 5 and a lifelong man of service is remembered this week for what he gave and what he was deprived of because of the government shutdown. Although Frank Esposito died off duty, lifelong service like his is usually honored with a formal uniformed funeral procession. But the request was denied by the U.S. Forest Service in Washington due to the furlough.
They denied any of his super rig not being able to come down. They denied any of the buggies to be able to be brought down, which was a little hard because, he spent 28 years with the Forest Service.
While other fire departments in the area came to pay their respects in uniform, members of the U.S. Forest Service weren't allowed to wear theirs and instead could only wear their crew polos. His family says it was disheartening.
He dedicated a lot of his young life to the Forest Service. There's many summers that I remember we rarely seen each other as he was out there fighting those fires and doing what he loved to do.
Grace Blair, whose husband worked with Esposito, says he was like a father to them and loved by the community. And so she says it hurt to see him not getting the full honoring.
You look back and you're expecting to see a sea of green pants and tan shirts, and it wasn't there.
Esposito is due to retire at the end of the month. His wife, as well as 3 of his sons, are also with the agency, and they say the community of firefighters here have been amazing, and they just don't want this to happen to another family. Reporting live in Hemet, Hermela Argawi, CBS 2 News.
Hermela, thank you. Another ally of President Trump has found himself in handcuffs and in court. Political strategist Roger Stone appeared before a Fort Lauderdale judge today after being arrested this morning. The FBI raided his home and took him into custody. Stone was indicted as part of special counsel Robert Mueller's ongoing investigation. Now, Stone says he's ready for a fight.
There is no circumstance whatsoever under which I will bear false witness against the president, nor will I make up lies to ease the pressure on myself.
Stone is charged with lying, obstruction of justice, witness tampering, and sharing information directly with the Trump campaign about the release of hacked DNC emails by WikiLeaks. Rams fans have a chance to send their team off in style this weekend. You're invited to the big Super Bowl send-off rally, too. You can see the team right before they head to Atlanta. CBS 2's Greg Mills is live in Inglewood at the future Rams Stadium with a sneak peek. Hi, Greg.
Hi, Pat. Yeah, I haven't seen the stadium in quite some time. Take a look. On Sunday, if you're here, you're going to get a lot closer look. This is pretty incredible. Rams fans know all about Super Bowl 53 and who's going to win.
Rams finna take it all the way. LA Rams, well, who else? I'm going with the Patriots like I've been with every year.
Well, before the Rams leave LA for Atlanta and Super Bowl 53, there's a Rams party.
Yes, the players are absolutely going to be a part of it.
A Rams rally.
Coach and the players are all going to address the crowd.
Right here in LA, and you're invited.
That's a good, nobody knows.
Well, they do now.
Rams fans don't know. Now I know.
Here's the deal. On their way to LAX Sunday morning, the Rams buses are going to stop off right here at their new stadium in Inglewood.
It gives our fans a really nice sneak peek of the Rams' new home for 2020.
And one more peek at this Super Bowl bound team. You have to get tickets online at the Rams website.
Yeah.
You going to do it?
Yeah, I'm going to do it.
Here's all you have to do. Go to the Rams website, therams.com/sendoff, and register for tickets. Then show your ticket confirmation when you get to the stadium, and you're in. It's free.
At the new stadium?
At the new stadium. Here's where you park, the corner of Pinkay and Prairie. Gates open at 9 a.m. The Rams will be here for 2 hours, from 10 a.m. until noon. Now, what are you going to do from 10 a.m. to noon on Sunday?
If I can get the tickets, I'll go to the stadium for the rally.
The new stadium?
The new stadium. Go Rams.
He will definitely get the tickets, I'm sure. Pat, they suggest people get here awfully early because gates open at 9, but they're expecting thousands of people to attend this rally on Sunday morning. Reporting live from Inglewood, Greg Mills, CBS 2 News. Pat, back to you.
All right, Greg. And yeah, they deserve a big send-off like that. Well, here's a sweepstakes that sports fans will love. You could win a trip to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta, courtesy of the LA Rams. You just donate $100 to the United Way of Greater Los Angeles, and you could be on your way. The prize includes 2 Super Bowl tickets, travel to and from Atlanta on a Rams charter, hotel, and an autographed Jared Goff jersey. Just go to unitedwayla.org/Super Bowl for official rules. No contribution necessary to enter. You must be 21 or older and a California resident. Such a deal. And if you don't make it to Atlanta, though, don't forget that CBS2 is your home for the Rams and Super Bowl 53. The Rams and Patriots will face off on Sunday, February 3rd, and the only place you can watch the game is on CBS2. And coming up in sports, Jim Hill shows us how the Rams are preparing for their face-off against the Patriots in Atlanta. Plus,
coming up, I'll tell you how an Anaheim man explained it after police arrested him in a violent road rage incident.
and payout at the pump. A truck driver has millions of reasons to smile after becoming the winner of one of New York's biggest lotto jackpots.
Hey everybody, I'm Garth Kemp. Get ready for a beautiful weekend. A little bit of wind action to deal with. We'll tell you all about it coming up.